Welcome. In this video, I will explain how to import data into the Product Portfolio Analysis app in Soley Desk. If you came here without seeing the general introduction to the app before, please follow the link that is now shown on the screen and watch that video first. Okay, so you know what you can do with the Product Portfolio app and now want to analyze your own data. The first step to do this is to import the data using the import workflow. This automatic import requires a specific data format and structure. And for the analytic workflows to work, certain data is required. Let us go through the list. We basically need product sales data and the bill of materials of the products as Excel files. This data is imported and used to build a data graph. The data graph is the basis for all analysis. We provide a template for the Excel files online under the link shown now. We highly recommend to download the file and then just fill it out with your own data. Let me open the Excel file. As you can see, it contains several worksheets. The start sheet contains some basic information about the document. The second and third sheet contain the product sales data and the bill of materials that is used as example in the app. The fourth sheet contains the same bill of materials data again, but in a different structure. You can choose either one of these bill of materials structure, whatever is easier to extract from your data system. I will get into more detail on the different structures in a second. But first, let us go through the product sales data. In this sheet, every row represents a product. For each product an ID, that means a unique identifier. The sales volume is integer, meaning the number of products sold in a certain time frame, and the sales price as double, meaning a single unit list price, are required. The other columns are optional. You can fill them out and the data will be imported into the data graph, but it is not required for any of the automatic analysis workflows. If you do not provide the optional data, just leave the columns empty. You need to make sure that the number and order of the columns stay the same and the first row containing data must be row 3. So, as said before, if you want to import your own product data, just overwrite the existing data starting in cell A3. Now to the bill of materials. These can be either direct relational, meaning that every row shows a direct parent-child relation, or it can use the SAP-style hierarchy level notation. In both formats, every row represents a part. If the direct relational format is used, we require an ID, the parent ID, meaning the ID of the direct parent of this part, and the product ID, meaning the ID of the product the part belongs to. All other columns are optional again. Okay, so let me explain the direct parent-child relationship in a bit more detail. If we look at row number 9 from our Excel dataset here, for example, we see that the part with the ID 200,001 has the parent ID 10,000, meaning that it is a child of the item with this ID. Then, if we look at the next row, we see that the part 9488046 is a child of part 200,001. So, the ID and the parent ID define the parent-child relation for each part. This also means that the rows in this bill of materials do not have to be in any specific order. Okay, now to the SAP-style BOM. This is an alternative notation of the bill of materials that many of our customers with SAP systems use. If you want to use this notation, we again need a product ID, a part ID, and the level notation. The level notation represents the hierarchy of the parts. As before, the other data properties are optional and you should not alter the number or order of the shown columns. In this bill of material, the parent-child relations are defined by the order of the rows and the level notation. Let us look at an example again. We see that row 8 has level 1. That means that this part with the ID 200,001 is a first level child of the product. Now, the next row is of level 2. That means that this part is a child of the last part with level 1 in the list. So, part 6468648 is a direct child of part 200,001. So, just to be clear about this again, You only need to fill out one of the two bill of material sheets, whatever is easier for you to retrieve. Your BOMs can be of any length, meaning that you can import more or less parts than shown in the example. Just keep in mind that the free app will limit the model to 1000 parts from the bill of materials. Good. Now let us go back to the app so I can show you how to use the import workflow. Go to the Workflow Launcher and select the Workflow 1.1 in the Arguments section. You can first choose whether you are importing a SAP-style bill of material. If so, then check this box. By default, meaning when the box is not checked, the app expects the direct parent-child style bill of materials. Next, you can pick the Excel file containing your bill of material data. Just use the button on the right and this will start a file picker dialog. Select the file and click on OK. Then give the exact name of the worksheet containing the bill of material data. If you are using our Excel template, you can stay with the default name. If not, just type your sheet name in here and make sure to type it correctly. Next, you can select the Excel file containing your product data. If you are using our template, this is the same Excel file as before. But in case you keep the data separated, you can also choose a different file. Finally, you also need to specify the name of the sheet containing the data. Okay, now we have specified everything and we can run the import workflow. The pop-up message informs you that the data will be limited to the first 1000 parts in your list. Depending on the size of your data and the performance of your computer, the import can take up to a minute. The workflow should create a graph showing your product and the related parts. If the workflow does not finish successfully, a red light will blink once, indicating an error. If you encounter an error, first check the argument settings in the workflow and make sure everything is correct. Then check the structure of the input data tables and make sure all mandatory data is present and correct. If you still cannot get it to work, go to the Soley knowledge base where you can issue a support ticket. The link is now shown on the screen. If you want to import more than 1000 parts or get more detailed analysis, please have a look at the Soley product portfolio check. A link to our website with more details on this is now shown on the screen. Okay, that was it. Have fun exploring the app and getting new insights into your portfolio.